A wealthy, influential person is about to choose you for something that will completely change your location, your status, and your entire life. You have been feeling overlooked, undervalued, or like you're waiting for your big break that never seems to come. Most people think that connections, opportunities, and life-changing moments come through networking, grinding harder, or being in the right place at the right time. But this is the word of the Lord, that your next level isn't coming through who you know or what you do. It's coming through someone wealthy and unexpected who's about to choose you for reasons that will make zero sense to everyone else. And here are the 7 ways God is about to choose you. Number 1, He is choosing you for your character. Genesis 24 verse 14. When Abraham's servant was looking for Isaac's wife, he prayed for a sign. Whoever offers water to him and his camels would be the chosen one. Rebecca was at the well that evening. She doesn't know she's being watched. She doesn't know that this is a test. She walks up to the stranger, gives him water, then notices his camels. Watering 10 camels wasn't a small task. This was hours of work. Genesis 24 verse 58 says, "Will you go with this man?" And she said, "I will go." Right now, someone wealthy and influential is watching how you treat people who can't do anything for you. Your kindness to the overlooked, your consistency when nobody's applauding, your character when you think nobody sees you. The hidden consistency is about to position you for a conversation that changes everything. Number 2, you are being chosen by divine favor over qualification. Joseph is in Potiphar's house. He's a slave, he's a foreigner, and someone who should be invisible. In Genesis 39 verse 4 says, Joseph found favor in his sight and served him, and he made him overseer over his house. Potiphar had Egyptian servants, trained administrators, people with credentials and connections, but he chose Joseph. This wasn't about his resume. This was about divine favor that made him irresistible to the right people. Someone is about to choose you not because you're the most qualified candidate, but because God's favor on your life makes you the obvious choice to them. They won't even be able to explain why they picked you. They'll just know they had to. Number 3, chosen for your unique purpose over competition. Esther wasn't the only beautiful woman in the kingdom. There were hundreds of candidates for queen. Esther 2 verse 17 says, "The king loved Esther more than all the other women, and she obtained grace and favor in his sight more than all the virgins. So he set the royal crown upon her head and made her queen." Esther wasn't chosen just for her beauty. She was chosen because God had a specific assignment that required her to be in a unique position. The moment that crown touched her head, she was being positioned to save an entire nation. You're about to be chosen not because you're competing with others, but because your purpose attracts the right people automatically. Your purpose creates supernatural magnetism that draws the right connections to you without you even trying. Number 4, you're chosen through divine positioning. There are no coincidences. Ruth 2 verse 3 says, "So she went and came and gleaned in the field after the reapers, and she happened to come to the part of the field that belonged to Boaz." The word "happened" in Hebrew means divine orchestration disguised as coincidence. Ruth is just looking for any field to glean leftover grain from. She's desperate, she's foreign, she's just trying to survive. She happens to choose Boaz's field. Boaz happens to show up that day. He happens to notice her, and he says, "Who is this young woman? There's something different about her." Your next divine connection is going to feel like a coincidence, but it's actually God strategically placing you in the right location at the right time. You're about to accidentally meet someone who's been positioned by God to elevate you. Number 5, you're chosen after God removes competition. Genesis 41 verse 14 explains that Joseph is called from the dungeon to interpret Pharaoh's dream, but only after all the magicians and wise men failed. Pharaoh, surrounded by his best advisors, his educated priests, his trained interpreters, they're all stumped. One by one they interpret the dream, and one by one they fail. Pharaoh is getting more frustrated. And then Genesis 41 verse 9 shows us that the chief butler spoke to Pharaoh, saying, I remember my faults this day. God allowed everyone else to fail. So Joseph's moment would be undeniable. Genesis 41 verse 39 says, there is no one as discerning and wise as you. Every rejection you have experienced, every door that closed, every person who overlooked you, God orchestrated that to clear the path for the right person to choose you. The delays weren't punishment. They were divine protection, ensuring you are elevated by the right people at the right time. You weren't ready for those earlier opportunities. God was preparing both you and the person who's about to select you. Number 6, you're chosen after your hidden preparation is revealed. In 1 Samuel 16 verse 1, when Samuel came to anoint the next king, David wasn't even invited to the family meeting. Samuel looks at Eliab and thinks, surely this is God's chosen. God says no. Samuel looks at Abinadab and he looks at Shammah, and God says no to all of them. 7 sons pass by, all rejected. Samuel 16 verse 11 shows us the prophet asking, are all the young men here? And Jesse says, there remains the youngest, and there he is, keeping the sheep. While the brothers were getting dressed up for the prophet, David was in the field doing the work nobody else wanted to do. In that field, David is learning to worship. He's learning to fight lions and bears. He's learning to lead. He's learning to trust God in isolation. In 1 Samuel 16 verse 12, the Bible reads, so he sent and brought him in. The moment Samuel sees David, God says, arise and anoint him, for this is the one. Your behind-the-scenes preparation is about to be revealed publicly through someone who recognizes what others missed. Everything you learned in the wilderness, every skill you developed in private, every character trait forged in isolation is about to be showcased through a divine connection. Point number 7, you're chosen because your name is being mentioned. In 2 Samuel 9 verse 1, the king asks, is there still anyone who is left of the house of Saul, that I may show him kindness for Jonathan's sake? David doesn't even know Mephibosheth exists, but he actively is looking for someone to bless. In 2 Samuel 9 verse 2, David finds Ziba and asks about Jonathan's family. And in verse 3, Ziba answers, there is still a son of Jonathan who is lame in his feet. He's in Lodebar, literally the place of no pasture. He's hiding, thinking he's forgotten, believing his family name is cursed. In 2 Samuel 9 verse 5, it says, so the king sent and brought him. And in verse 7 it says, do not fear, for I will surely show you kindness for Jonathan your father's sake, and will restore you to all the land of Saul your grandfather. And you shall eat bread at my table continually. In one conversation, Mephibosheth goes from hiding in exile to eating at the king's table permanently. Right now, your name is being mentioned in rooms you've never entered, by people you've never met, for opportunities you haven't imagined. Someone influential is asking, who can handle this project? Who has integrity? Who's been faithful in small things? And your name is coming up. Conversations are happening about you that are positioning you for promotion before you even know the opportunity exists. You are chosen for your character. You are chosen by divine favor. You are chosen for your unique purpose. You are being chosen for strategic positioning. You are being chosen after God removes competition. You are being chosen as your preparation is revealed, and you are being chosen because your name is being mentioned. This is not about a new opportunity. This is not about spiritual relocation. You're moving physically, spiritually, socially, financially. The wealthy and strange person who chooses you will be the catalyst for your next level. This person has resources you need, connections you don't have, influence in places you can't access. They are God's provision for your promotion. They will be unexpected, not who you thought, not from where you expected. This choice will surprise everyone, even you. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not stuck. You are being strategically positioned by the God who sees everything and orchestrates everything. Say this with me. Lord, I receive my divine move. I will go where you send me. I am ready for the wealthy and strange connection that you're sending me. I trust your timing. I trust your selection. And I trust your positioning. I am chosen. I am favored. I am moving forward in Jesus' name. Your season of being overlooked is over. Your season of being chosen has begun. Get ready. Someone is about to select you for something that will change your life for the rest of your life. May God's favor go before you and prepare the right connections for your divine promotion. And I'll see you in the next video.